Hi, I'm Jason, and this is the Cultural Breakdown. So, I got this pulled up because the world doesn't always work the way people think that it should work. I mean, presumably, if a show is bad, then it gets pulled from the air and we never see it again. I mean, actually, certain shows, if they're just so bad, they don't even make it to air to begin with, they die in the pilot stage. But then we get things like this. Velma season 2 was officially confirmed by Warner Brothers Discovery. Now, a lot of people already speculated that this was going to happen, but we never know until you get official confirmation. And with the writer strike and other things getting pulled, I mean, it wouldn't have been outside the realm of possibility that this would be on the chopping block. But here we go. And the thing is, I'm not surprised by this in the least bit. Last year's Max Scooby-Doo inspired series Velma took the world by storm for all the wrong reasons. Yeah, putting it lightly. Slammed by critics and audiences, gaining historically low reviews rates, and showing all the signs of being one of the most hated animated projects ever released. And they're not lying about that either. If you look at the Rotten Tomatoes score, it is pretty bad for both critics and audiences. Let me see. Okay, so top critics were a little bit more generous than by a whole 1 point, but no, this actually, I think after the first episode or two was at 1%, so it did climb up a little bit in there. I mean, I'm just being nice to it right now. At least that is what many assumed would happen, but given its huge ratings mainly being driven by hate watching and people who didn't believe the show could be as bad as the reviews made it out, it looks like Velma season 2 is now officially happening. Yeah, and if you actually look at the ratings for the episodes, yeah, you would get drop-offs and stuff like that, but I think this yeah, first episode drop off right here. Oh wait, how bad can it actually be? And then you'd get the climb. So it trended upward, so it actually was pretty successful for them. And for a show like this, it probably wasn't a ton of money to produce. So they're like, it's actually worth it, even if people just watch it to hate on it. But the problem with that is I don't see that carrying over to a second season. People have already witnessed it. It's done with. So it would have to really dive off a cliff from where it's already at rock bottom to get people to come back to it. So why are they doing a second season? I think a lot of it has to do with the fact that they probably had a multi-year deal signed for at least a couple seasons. So they're weighing the pros and cons of like, okay, it'll cost the studio so much money to break the contract, or we can produce the show and we're getting views from hate watches. It's going to be significantly down, but we can try to recoup some with that. So maybe they're just crunching the numbers and be like, all right, this is just the least expensive thing to do it. Because the thing is, people talk about like the messaging and agendas behind certain shows. And while this show did definitely have that, usually if for shows like that, you see a positive reception from critics and you're not even seeing that here. So it's just something that no one wants. It's not pushing the right messaging. In fact, it actually hurts the messaging that they do have. But I think ultimately they're looking at the money and saying like, all right, this is the way we can lose the least amount of money. So let's just renew it. But unless they have a deal for like a third season already before, so like unless they sign like a 3-season deal from the start, I don't see this getting renewed for a third season, unless they just do something like either the show gets so much better or it just gets way worse, like I'm like unimaginably worse. But I don't think it can actually get to that point. But let me know what you think in the comments. Make sure to hit the like button, share the video, and to subscribe to the channel if you want to keep up to date on the latest news. Thank you.